What's up, everyone? My name is Chance, aka the Troll Hunter, aka more commonly known as Cyraxx. I went under the name Troll Hunter to try to stop some of what's going on with trolling and bullying. But this video is not a call-out video like my last two. This is a video to spread awareness about a very serious subject matter that's not being taken seriously at all whatsoever. This is about online trolling and bullying. I myself have been a victim.
That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Welcome back, my friends, to another Cyraxx deep dive documentary installment here on the Swamp Dweller Live YouTube channel. It's great to see you made it back for another one, and it's unfortunately another doozy. Cyraxx just keeps falling into this absolutely diabolical and maddening descent. After musical business Bartholomew's passing, Cyraxx doesn't have a handler anymore, nobody to shield him from the rest of the troll's dastardly plans, and he's being attacked from every which way and doesn't know how to react. On top of this, he noticed that Tophiachu, another very popular lolcow on the internet, went through a very terrible tragedy where her family was attacked and unfortunately even lost their lives. So we're going to cover that and more here in this episode. Unfortunately, I had to edit this one severely and take out some parts. So the celebrations and cameos will not be in this one, it will be in a later episode unfortunately. YouTube hit this one several times for volleying, saying that we were being too mean on old Cyraxx, so I gotta work it up a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to fix it and get it passed and approved, but YouTube was not gonna allow the video to be up. It was gonna unfortunately result in a strike, and we're not gonna want to deal with that, of course, because then we can't upload at all. So thanks for everybody dealing with that with me and bearing with me here. We'll get that figured out soon. Now let's jump right into it.
Of online trolling and bullying for over 8 years. And just this morning the line got drawn and went way too far when another quote-unquote lolcow, as the troll community calls them, by the name of Tophiachu, her mom was shot and her brother was shot and killed this morning by a bunch of internet trolls that wanted to bully her. Her mom and brother both were hospitalized. Her brother was pronounced dead. And I'm here to say right now to Tophiachu, I am deeply sorry for your loss. I know what it's like to lose a family member. I know what it's like to lose somebody to gun violence.
No, you don't, Cyraxx. You don't even know what? Cyraxx, who have you ever lost to gun violence? And I don't want to hear that BS, oh, my stepdaddy went over to Nam. No, I don't want to hear that, Cyraxx. Who have you personally lost to gun violence? I'm waiting. I'll wait, and I'll keep waiting. You know this is a completely disingenuous sentiment by Cyraxx because his eyes close and lies are being told. And not only that, somehow, 2 words into his sentence, he has turned it about himself. It's all about Cyraxx, me. Doesn't matter that Tophiachu, hopefully I'm saying that right, I've never covered this one. I am aware of who they are, but, you know, I haven't fell down the rabbit hole myself. Has gone through a tragedy, unlike anything Cyraxx has even remotely been through. Something he couldn't even fathom or understand, regardless of his bedbug-ridden little brain. And somehow, someway, the narcissist, the absolute goblin of a man that is Cyraxx, has made this about himself. The only line that's been drawn, and the only thing that's gone way too far, are the scabs on your head, fella. Look at them, they're damn near to your nose now. This is getting entirely too disgusting, and I almost don't want to watch it anymore.
I lost my best friend Zach in 2016 to gun violence when he was gunned down in his family's pizza shop. So I understand the pain that you feel. It's not easy. It's very difficult. But I'm here to spread awareness through the site change.org. The petition that is going to be down in the description is to help bring change to this platform, because police and social media is not taking trolling seriously. They wipe it under the rug and they leave families like my families and Tophia's family and many other victims, such as people not only like myself, but also people like King Cobra JFS and many other lolcows.
So I don't know what's more deplorable here. Cyraxx, of course, making up that he had a best friend that died in some sort of accident at his pizza shop, or the fact that Cyraxx is indeed taking a true story, but completely twisting it to meet his own narrative. There was somebody by the name of Zachariah Hussein, one of the two, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, and they were shot and killed while closing their restaurant. This also happened in 2015, not 2016. Cyraxx definitely didn't know who this guy was. Just going through the article and looking at the pictures and everything like that. I mean, Cyraxx definitely had no idea who this person was, and it's just sad that, he would even pretend. But that is Cyraxx. That's just the type of person he is. He's got to try to make himself seem relatable. He's got to try to make himself seem like, oh, I'm not just here for attention, or here's the reason why I'm here for the attention. Because Cyraxx, of course, would be the quintessential candidate that people would put to be any sort of spokesperson about this type of stuff.
This shit has got to stop. This bullying, this online trolling, it needs to stop. People are starting to get hurt. People are starting to get killed. And it's not funny, and it's no longer a game. This is very fucking serious. I was tricked and bullied for the last 8 years. I was targeted and attacked for the last 8 fucking years because I am a quote-unquote pedophile. When I was really set up by an internet troll so they could bully me for the last 8 years.
So that was a fucking lie.
And now, Tophiachu's brother is now dead in a casket, thanks to these online internet bullies.
Being somebody who has unfortunately spent the better part of 6 months now absolutely digesting everything that is Cyraxx, I feel like I've become pretty accustomed to knowing when the goblin is spilling a lie, making up a fallacy, or just being untruthful. It's dubious at best to think that Cyraxx truly thinks that there are mercenaries running out there coming after these lolcows. You could tell he's actually scared. It was just a mistake. They framed me. I'm not really a PDF. Cyraxx, are you scared that it seems like Cyraxx has built this plot in his head that there are PDF hunters out there and they're running down all the PDF lolcows, giving them a little bit of iron justice, if you will. Cyraxx, trust me, you don't have to worry about that. You don't leave your attic for more than 5 minutes at a time. It's gonna be very unlikely one of those lolcow ninjas are gonna pop out from one of them little trash cans in Akron, Ohio.
Internet trolling is it's not free speech. It is a crime. It is hatred. It is evil at its core. It's people online bullying people and hiding like cowards. People are getting hurt because of people like Music Biz Marty, people like N-Word Boy, William Gloryhole, Mass Troll Mafia, and many other trolls that are on the internet. Those are just a few of the trolls that I deal with. There are many others that do awful things to people.
Giving me Jarhead vibes here, Cyraxx. These are my trolls. There are many like them, but these are mine. It's literally the same thing. Cyraxx has a broken record of epic proportions, consistently and constantly saying the same thing over and over. Anytime Cyraxx sees some sort of thing he can attach to, maybe use to his advantage, maybe gaslight some new people into thinking that he's just a victim and oh, poor him, well, we have a 50-part series, which this is part 50, showing exactly why Cyraxx gets, quote, bullied, even though that's definitely not what's going on here. These are just people basically keeping an eye on this little cretin so he doesn't get out of his cage and hurt and harm children or the elderly or anybody for that matter.
Trolling ruins lives. It destroyed my life. Trolling destroyed my life. I can't get a regular job. I can't go outside. I don't have any friends around town here where I live anymore because of the trolls. I don't have a social life anymore because of these people. And it's sad because that's how bad these trolls ruin lives. They cause people to lose their jobs, their homes. These people are evil. They are only out for one thing: monetary gain.
Oh, Cyraxx, how many times have I told you? It's not nice to lie to the good people here in the swamp at 339. I can't believe you'd lie to us like this. You'd spin a yarn right in front of our face like this. Cyraxx, you can't get a regular job because you are a well-known and self-admitted PDF. You are an actual menace around the streets of Akron. You have not only wasted hundreds, probably thousands of dollars in tax dollars having the cops cops coming to your house on a damn near daily basis, you have wasted astronomical amounts of time of these first responders who could have been out there doing actual things in the streets of Akron, a place relatively known for having a lot of crime. So Cyraxx, there's a reason why the locals don't like you. There's a reason why you don't have a social life. There's a reason why you don't have a job. And none of it has anything to do with musical business Bartholomew, N-Word Boy, William Glory Hole, or any of the YouTube channels that cover you. It all has to do with one person only. And that person is Chance Wilkins, Cyraxx, Patrick, if you will.
I myself have been a victim of internet trolling for over 8 years. My life burned down to ruin. Nothing left is of my life. I no longer have a social life. I no longer have a job. It's hard for me to keep relationships. It's hard for me to keep friendships. And more importantly, it's hard for me to make an honest living doing something that I love. Before I was a troll, before I had become a quote-unquote lolcow to the troll community, I was a music artist.
I was lying.
I was releasing music, doing shows every day, enjoying my life, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my family, and living a normal life.
Cyraxx is really trying to rewrite history here. And Cyraxx, unfortunately, that's not how this is going to go down. I know Marty's not around anymore to keep you in line, but don't worry, there's still people like me around, and there's still other channels here that are going to keep you in line, so let's put the facts out there. You claim that your life was normal, and you're just hanging out with friends and family and never had any issues ever. But Cyraxx, just a quick little Google of your name can tell you that's not true. What about getting kicked out of school for R-wording a blind boy during a power outage? How about that time you also got kicked out of another school for calling the cops and making false police reports, and also jumping off the balcony of said school and trying to blame people for pushing you off? How about the weird and tumultuous relationship you had with Jake, where Sally would beg him to take you out for a few hours, and in exchange, she would allow him to use you like his little cum rag, just so she could have some peace and quiet with Perky Ed? Cyraxx, what about your life was normal before the trolls came into it?
But today I was hanging out with one of my best friends who's basically like my little brother, and I took a break from working on music to work on some artwork when he sent me a message saying, dude, you need to see this. Something serious is going on. And I could tell by the tone of his voice when he spoke to me that he was devastated. A young girl who is a victim of internet bullying, or as they call it, internet trolling, by the name of Tophiachu, her brother was shot and killed this morning by a bunch of internet trolls that wanted to see her suffer.
You know what's worse than a liar, a thief, a PDF, and a woman abuser? Also being an absolute piece of crap and pretending like you care about the death of another human being. Feigning emotion. Trying to fake some tears, if you will. Cyraxx, you're just a disgusting human being, man. Trying to use somebody else's tragedy as a way to get attention for yourself? As a way to act like you're some sort of martyr? Cyraxx, none of this has anything to do with you. It just makes you look like more of an idiot. And people are gonna mess with you even worse. Because time and time again, you don't seem to understand that you're such an unlikable human being. Because of these types of things. Your actions will forever speak much louder than your words, Cyraxx.
Tophiachu is fine, but her mom is in the hospital and her brother was pronounced dead on arrival to the hospital this morning. This trolling has got to stop. Police and law enforcement are not doing anything to put a stop to this or help. They treat us like we don't matter. I myself have been a victim of trolling for over 8 years, and every time my family reached out to the police or to any sort of law enforcement, we got left to fend for ourselves. Told that the best thing to do is to leave the internet, when to leave the internet is not the fucking answer.
See, that's the thing, Cyraxx. The police, at first, very much did try to help you. They gave you some great advice. They told you some ways to navigate the internet. They even told you just to get off in general for a while until people leave you alone. But no, you kept escalating things. You kept raging more online. You kept doing more things that would get you more attention. You kept saying more outlandish threats. You kept inviting people to come fight you at your home. And you just couldn't stop being an actual cretin online. Cyraxx, most of this really spawned from your ineptitude and your inability to just accept what the cops were telling you. You didn't like their options. You didn't like what they told you, so you didn't listen, and now you're suffering. It's not that the cops left you out to dry. It's that you did nothing but harass them, waste their time and their money, and everything else around that, time and time time again. And anytime they tried to help you, you did nothing but spit in their face, make videos where you call out the chief and call him all kinds of N-words and B-words and all kinds of stuff. Who is going to help you, Cyraxx? Now every single person looks at you like you're a 43 and you're some sort of nutcase, because that's exactly what you are.
The answer is law enforcement stepping up and doing something. They say that because they don't have enough information where these people live, their addresses, their names, all that stuff, that they can't do anything. I call bullshit. Something can be done, but law enforcement does not want to do anything about it because they think that online bullying doesn't affect the real world, when in fact it really does.
Oh, Cyraxx, what happened to being patriotic? What happened to the Patriot Racks? What happened to that time a couple months back where you were talking all this trash to Volition about how America's great and what makes it great? And you know, one of those things would probably be that the cops can't just run up on you, slap you up and throw you in a jail cell when any goblin online says that their feelings were hurt. Of course the police need actual information. They need to make sure a crime has actually been done. And besides, Chance, what does it matter if they do anything or not? You will never follow their advice or follow any of the procedures or guidelines to make sure these people are taken care of legally anyway. Your dumbass is gonna come online and start threatening and throwing out invites to have people come to your home. And Cyraxx, that's not a crime. People are just obliging. Cyraxx trying to play victim, saying, bullying, they act like bullying doesn't affect us in the real world. And Cyraxx, nobody's saying that internet bullying doesn't affect people in real life. People are just saying that it's not as much of a crime as you seem to think it is. And on top of that, you invite it, encourage it, and even curate it. There's so many clips, bro. Let's go through this series of you saying, your hate, it doesn't bother me, it just powers me up and makes me stronger. Give me more. It's like Cyraxx. Give it a break, dude.
People get hurt. People die because of internet trolling. People get arrested for shit they didn't do, for simply defending their families, like I did last year. Last year, a troll came up to my house with a sign and a bunch of my neighbors and started to harass my family.
I don't really know too much about the Tophiachu thing yet, so I don't want to talk out of my ass or act like I know what's going on there. But I'd give a pretty good guess to say that it likely wasn't trolls running up and just shooting people, Cyraxx. I don't think that's what went down. I'd beg to wager that there were more details going on. Probably more of a wrong place, wrong time type of thing. There's definitely deeper rooted issues in that situation than it just being a troll running up and capping people. But I would still argue that there was more to it than just that. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Cyraxx. This is why the police need certain information so they can actually vet these types of things and figure out what's going on. It's not as cut and dry as, oh, well, they were trolling me online so they capped me. That's just not what went down. And that's likely not how it went at all. So Cyraxx, please, again, go back to the drawing board and try to find a different excuse to make yourself look a little less bad. Cyraxx trying to deflect and make himself look like more of a victim than he truly is, you know, Cyraxx. Acting like he got arrested for no reason when he assaulted Aware of Myself on a public easement. There was no other excuse rather than Cyraxx lost his marbles, if you will, couldn't control himself, and then took his anger out by swinging and even assaulting and making connection with Aware of Myself's hands and arms several times. And Cyraxx, that couldn't have felt good, regardless if you swing like a 2-year-old girl. Being hit with a metal bat, an aluminum bat, whatever, doesn't feel good. And that's a crime, Cyraxx. That's called assault with a deadly weapon. I truly think one of the worst things about pathological liars like Cyraxx is that 9 out of 10 times they're not even good at it, and they're just saying bullshit to say it, and everybody knows it is. Everybody can smell it from a mile away. Everybody but Cyraxx, and he thinks everybody's eating it up like it's some good old soup. But no, Cyraxx, we smell the crap that's coming out of your mouth, and it's not just because your teeth are decaying.
But my case is just one case of many people whose lives have been ruined as a result of these evil people who sit here and do nothing but sit on the internet and bully people all fucking day long, attack their friends, attack these people's families, people like my family, people like Tophia's family, people like King Cobra JSF, and many others whose lives have been ruined by the troll community because these evil people are not being held accountable. Social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and every other platform you can think of are not being held responsible.
Of course, Cyraxx would think that all of these social media platforms need to be held responsible for the bullies that are bothering Cyraxx. Honestly, Cyraxx, if these social media platforms took more than a few seconds to look into your DMs, they would be appalled, absolutely horrified, and definitely smite you from the platform for life. Shoot, they might even print out pieces of paper and put them all over all of their headquarters across the world saying, "Do not let this guy near the building, and for damn sure don't let this guy on the internet." Honestly, if I was King Cobra or any of these other lolcows that Cyraxx keeps repeating in this video, I'd be very offended. I'd be sending some cease and desist his way, maybe even a copyright claim, cause come on brother, leave my name out of this.
And the police are not being made to do their jobs, to actually take action against these people. And I, for one, am tired of it. So what I did is I came together with some of my closest friends and we made a petition that you guys can find down below that we would like you all to sign to try to spark a change in the online community. Because 7 years ago, I was a normal person living a normal life. And now, as a result of 8 years plus of being bullied by internet trolls, I now suffer from PTSD. I now live with depression, anxiety attacks every day. Another very famous case of internet trolling gone deadly is a man by the name of the Inquisitor from TikTok. People set him up to make him look like a pile, just like the internet trolls did with me, and he took his own life as a result.
Cyraxx, in his mind, he's the ultimate sympathy baiter, the biggest grifter in the game. All Cyraxx knows how to do is lie out of that smarmy little mouth. I mean, shoot, he's collectively known online in my parts of the world as Poop Tooth, so anybody known as that can't be that great of a person. And he's not just called Poop Tooth because of his decaying, dilapidated little tooth in his mouth. It's because he spews nothing but trash and poo-poo from that little hole he calls a mouth. Chance Wilkins is nothing but a distortion of the truth. Every word that comes out of his mouth is a twist on what actually happened. A remix, if you will. A revision. But Cyraxx can't read, Cyraxx can't write, so those revisions are just even more illiterate than they were the first time.
And that, unfortunately, is another very real thing that does happen. I myself attempted suicide 3 years ago on 2 different occasions because of these internet trolls.
Now you need to fucking quit. Did you want to know what you do to me every day? This is what you make me want to do every fucking day because of what you fucking do to me.
And I survived both attempts. But what pisses me off more than anything is the fact that law enforcement is not taking action against these people when they should be.
Let's not forget that Cyraxx's air quote sewer slide attempt was actually just him putting his foam tipped stylus very slowly and very softly against his neck, saying, "This is what you do to me, bitch," acting like he was actually going to do something. And guys, Cyraxx has never actually attempted to hurt himself. Cyraxx is too scared to hurt himself. He would just cry and screech for Sally and Ed. Like honestly, Cyraxx's life has been pretty crap for quite a few years now. If Cyraxx was really about that type of stuff, Cyraxx would have been out of here a long time ago. How many people can take all of their life basically being fake and ran by trolls? Not very many. So if he was actually in a sewer slidle type place, he would have been slid on out of here quite some time ago, or at the very least actually tried.
Me and my friends came together to make this petition that you guys are more than welcome to sign. And when you guys sign it, I want you guys to share it around like wildfire. Spread the word around. Get word around. Let's make a change on social media. Let's put a stop to the internet trolling. Let's make trolling illegal. Let's make internet bullying illegal. And let's make not only law enforcement, but social media be responsible for their fucking actions and what goes on their platform. Let's make trolling become a thing of the past. Let's make people being held responsible for the trolling actions that they do. Let's make social media be made to be held responsible for what goes on their platform, because that is the only way it is ever going to stop. We need to get rid of AI on social media as far as employees go, and make real fucking people look at the content that is being provided on their platform.
So Cyraxx will continue to say the same things for the next few minutes. There's like 5-6 minutes left, but after going through it all, honestly, he's just saying the same thing again and again like I just said. So we're gonna skip the rest of that and go to something else he's been doing recently, which is trying to show people his, I don't really know what he's trying to show them, like how broke he is.
Alright, so I know it's gonna be kind of long, but here is my whole list of different stuff from my Cash App. These are all receipts of things that I've done, trials for, demos, purchases, all that shit. Here we go, so you can see. If you don't know what this is, I am actually a musician. So a lot of this has to do with music type stuff. This is from Rocket Lawyer, from when I was drawing all the contracts so I could start out my own LLC at some point in the very near future. Canva for doing artwork, Adobe, Track Club, Soundtrap, all to do with music. As you can see, another fraud there. Somebody tried to send a fraudulent thing towards me. A donation that was from a fraud. Some of these are fraudulent things.
So literally every single thing says that it was, not enough cash, declined, etc. And then he goes on to say that a bunch of them are fraudulent as well. So I just don't know, what is he flexing here? What trials? What did he do? Like, it just looks like he's never had money ever.
I know there's probably a lot of people that are probably gonna watch this, and that's fine. I got a lot to get off my chest, and I do mean a lot. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be trolls coming up in here, which is fine. I hope that you guys will give me a chance to just get off my chest what I have to get off. Because something really screwed up, really messed up that I never thought would happen tonight has happened. Tonight, the woman that I loved, the woman that I wanted to give another chance to, I caught her screwing another dude. And believe me when I say, that shit hurt me more than anything in the world.
Of course, the only way Cyraxx knows how to get things off his chest, as he likes to say, is to do terrible karaoke screeching. And to be honest, you can't even call it karaoke, because karaoke would entail that he's singing the song by himself. And as we know, he's hiding behind the actual song and a bunch of reverb, so nobody can actually tell what he's saying or if he's saying anything at all. I can almost guarantee you, Cyraxx, that not a single person watching this right now is at all surprised that you would try to take Kira back, especially after all the absolutely egregious things you said about her, and she said no, only to sleep with another man. Damn, Cyraxx, how does it feel to always come in last place? It just makes me chuckle thinking that Cyraxx was like, oh, I'll give Kira another chance. Like you were the one that could give her another chance. It would definitely be vice versa, if anything.
It really did. That shit fucking destroyed me, man. And I mean, fucking destroyed me. Oh, God. So I'm about to get out what I gotta say. I'm about to get out everything I gotta fucking say. I don't talk to trolls, and I don't talk to cyberbullies. Because that's exactly what you are, N-word boy, is a fucking cyberbully.
And with that, I think that's where we're going to bring today's episode to a close. Definitely tumultuous times over in the Cyraxx household. What's gonna happen next? How many perks will Ed slam this week? Will Sally pull her back for a 15th time this month? Will Cyraxx actually help Sally take out the garbage, and maybe even switch over the laundry? Find out next time on Cyraxx and the 43s, coming up here on the Swamp Dweller Live channel. Today's episode is definitely not exactly what I have planned. Unfortunately, YouTube decided to give me a warning before an actual strike, letting me know what I had planned originally was apparently too close to bullying, which is definitely unfortunate, so I'm going to rework that, and we will celebrate this 50 episode milestone shortly. So thank you guys for being patient on that, and thank you guys for supporting this as always. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and throw down your comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy Swampith of the Dwells here. I showing you my Cash App, showing you how much money I make. I mean, ignore everything that says not enough cash, you know, that's all just hater shit. That ain't even real. It says declines, but you know that, again, this is hater shit. Don't even worry about that. Don't even look at any of this. Yeah, you see all this though? Yeah, I be making moves, you know, Adobe, you know, I be making moves, you know, so, you know, haters gonna hate, Marty could never, you know, N-word boy don't got nothing on this, you know, William Glory Hole, he don't even know what Rocket Lawyer is, I bet, like, sheesh, I'm out here drafting fucking documents, brother, like, get on my goddamn level, like,